All right, guys, it's been a while since I put a video up, and I met this guy at the shooting range. He's pretty enthusiastic about guns, and we've been shooting my 308. I picked up a Remington 700 308 a couple months ago, and he's been showing me a lot about it, and he convinced me that it would be a good idea to put a muzzle brake on my rifle, and we're going to do a lot of other improvements, and I'd like to introduce you to my friend Wendell. Here you go. So today, Wendell, what do we got going on here?
There's your rifle.
Okay.
So.
And the problem with the Remington 700 in this configuration, well, we're going to put a scope and a bunch of other newer stuff on it, is what were you explaining to me about what we got going here with this?
Diameter of the barrel, we're going to have to turn the outside of the barrel down to 5/8, and then we'll thread it. And then
well, we need to. So what we're going to do is we're having a problem with muzzle jump.
Right.
Yeah. So we're gonna. This is the configuration of the gun right now, and the way it is right now, there's no. Explain to me how you did that.
Well, you've got full recoil because there's nothing to mitigate the recoil. So
yeah, because the blast comes off the end and it just shakes the gun, and
all the gas escaping behind the bullet. It's a jet effect that shoves the rifle into your shoulder.
Yeah,
and it causes a lot of muzzle rise, takes you off target. So putting the muzzle brake on there, we're going to redirect those gases to the side. We're going to reduce the recoil. We're also going to reduce the muzzle rise. So when you're done, you'll be able to shoot and watch your bullets impact and strike.
Yeah.
So.
And he has this process he was telling me about where you see this is what we're going to put on the gun right here. This is what kind of muzzle brake is this?
That's a tanker style brake.
Yeah. And so what this does is the gas is going to come off the side here and come up the top, and it'll help keep the gun barrel from going up, and it'll take the kick out of it.
Yep.
And you have a method in which you explain that method again, how you can do this without going onto a lathe?
We're going to use an annular cutter to reduce the diameter of the barrel to 5/8 inch, and then we're going to thread it 5/8 by 24 so that we can screw the muzzle brake on.
All right, cool.
And we're going to try to blend this in and make it look nice.
Yeah, you have a. Do you have something we can kind of show what we're going for? And we're going to pause this real quick, and we'll get some other stuff so we can show what we're going from and going to. All right, he got some examples out to show you kind of where we're going from and going to. So here we go. There we go. So we have a barrel that's flat like this right now. That's flat. And then we're going to go to like this, a gun that has this muzzle brake on there. And this directs the powder out and in different directions to kind of help you stay on target. That's pretty much what we're going for.
Yeah, we're going to redirect all the gases coming out of the barrel to the side to reduce the recoil. This one has 5 ports on top to help keep muzzle rise down, along with mitigating the recoil. But this is kind of the desired outcome we're looking for.
And what kind of gun is this we got here?
This is a Remington 700 heavy barrel.
Yeah, so
very similar to yours.
Yeah, so that's what we got going right now, and that's where we're kind of going to go to.
That is it.
So what we're doing is when I shoot, I pull the trigger and the gun just goes all over the place, and then you spend like a minute trying to reacquire target, get back on there. We're going to get rid of that. So let's go into the process. I'll go ahead and what's next on this?
Let me put this up.
All right. So we're kind of reset here, and now we're going to get all set up to get this going.
All right.
I didn't even think you could modify the barrel without
without a lathe.
Without a lathe, yeah.
Yeah.
But evidently you've done this several times. You do this on all your guns, don't you?
Yeah. about every single one in the safe's got a muzzle brake on it.
Yeah, so what happened is I have this gun here. I broke the scope, was a piece of crap.
Yes.
It was that Simmons scope, and I was shooting it, and it broke. So for the last couple of weeks, me and Wendell have been going to the range, and he's been letting me borrow one of his guns. And having shot some of Wendell's guns, I definitely found out the flaw in not having a muzzle brake. So
Muzzle brake makes a big difference. Takes all the bite out.
it wasn't the 308 doesn't have a lot of kick. It just moves around like a bugger.
Yeah.
So what are we doing here?
Well, first thing I'm going to do is clamp the barrel down really good and tight. But I'm also going to level the rifle right now so that when we're done, we can level the muzzle brake. All right.
So so we used this is what they use for leveling scopes too.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got it pretty level. So I'll move that off there. All right. We're going to start with the muzzle brake. As you can see, it's drilled through to the first baffle. This actually goes through all the way down to the first baffle. So we want the barrel we want to thread it so that we stop at this front face right here. So first what we're going to do is kind of get we want to look at how far do we want to go down in there, because we want that barrel right about there, which is 0.7. Okay?
Yeah, that's 0.7 inches.
0.7 inches, yes. So I like using painter's tape because it comes off clean. And we're going to go 0.7 inches. We're going to go 0.7 inches down the barrel. And we're going to put some tape to mark how much we want to turn. How much of this we're going to reduce. So we're going to be reducing this portion of the barrel in front of the tape down to 5/8 of an inch. Right now, okay, right now, that barrel diameter is right at 0.82.
Okay.
We got to go from 0.8 to 0.625.
So there's 0.2 of an inch.
0.2 of an inch that has to be removed.
All right, let's get going on that.
So, all right, it's going to take me a second. We got to set up the annular cutter, but this is the cutter that's going to reduce the diameter of the barrel.
Okay.
It quite literally is going to reduce.
Yeah, so this is a mill end. Usually it's used in milling tools.
Yep.
And it goes on and just cuts the material off of there and leaves the desired size.
Yep. So first thing we got to do is we got to get the appropriate floating pilot for this barrel. And that would be the one right there.
That was a lucky guess, wasn't it?
That was. Don't always get that one on the first time, but that is a 30 caliber pilot. So
what this is going to do is this is going to hold this straight and true.
this is going to keep it centered so that everything needs to be centered. So So, also gonna need this. Tap Magic.
Wow, look at that, a steel can.
Yeah,
I
old
think you-
school.
Wow.
So the annular cutter is going to be turning on this surface right here, and the pilot will not be turning, and that's why I like to oil that up before I start so that we're reducing friction. Well, the floating pilot is in there. We don't want to tighten that all the way down. These are just going to act as jam nuts to keep the pilot from moving back and forth. So 2 7/16 wrenches. Give those a little, and you'll now notice that that pilot is
Centered in there.
it's centered and turning.
Yeah.
So now you can't put that in the drill. You have to put it in the holder. So we've got 2 Allens. We've got 2 flat sides on the annular cutter. This will slide in. Loosen the screws up just a little bit more.
So this is an adapter that allows you to spin.
Yep.
Spin that. Here, I'll get that. Spin it in a drill.
Yep.
A drill motor. There he goes. He gets it all set up.
Yep. The thing here is not to get in a hurry. We're not going to be cutting really fast. We're going to take our time. We're going to use lots of cutting oil. If you start speeding the annular cutter up, you can wind up burning the blades.
Now, how does that affect the rifling at the end of the barrel?
And then what we're going to do is slide the pilot in. All right. The pilot slid in. We're going to put some cutting oil. Let that kind of run down. And then we're just going to very slowly
So what? Now my gun will never be the same.
And to give you an idea, we've already cut a little bit of lip right there. Okay.
Oh, cool. So it machined. So this is a piece that's usually used in a lathe, but he's machining off. This
Yeah.
cuts it off.
Yes,
So cool.
it does. So,
Or nothing better than the smell of tool oil, man.
oh yeah.
So we have turned this nice barrel right here from a barrel into shavings.
Yes, we did.
And then now we're going to tap this. We're going to put
gonna tap
threads
it.
on there.
Thread it to 5/8 by 24.
And so you said tap actually means thread alignment.
Yeah, the tat in the middle of this
Yeah.
is a thread alignment tool, and that just ensures that we're getting those threads cut perpendicular to the barrel.
Yeah, I've never seen that
So-
before. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thread alignment tool.
So it makes sure it's not like cross-threaded or it's perfect.
Yeah, this is going to keep everything 90 degrees.
Oil's your friend, right?
Yep. Some more cutting oil. See it's already where it's at. Okay. Now what I like to do is I like to start right here, apply pressure, and turn. And now one thing you gotta be careful about is when that thread alignment tool that's in the middle of the die, when it bottoms out, don't try to keep going,
Okay.
because you'll just wind up shearing off all your threads. But we've got a good About 5 threads on there. We're just going to kind of run this back and forth a little bit.
And I'll take this out of your way.
Yeah. So, all right, we've established our first set of threads. Now I need to remove the thread alignment.
Okay, so now that you have the threads cut, we can remove the other tool.
We can remove the tap from the die, and then we can finish threading the rest of the barrel.
Now, how many times did it take you to figure that out?
Well, there's a really great website out there, CNC Warrior. All the tools you need, plus tutorials are on their website. They are a great resource for this. They sell complete kits. It'll take you about $200 to get all the tools you need to get set up to do a muzzle brake. Most gunsmiths are going to charge you at least $200. So by the time you do your first muzzle brake, you've broke even. So.
And you've done what, dozens of them? So
I've done more than dozens. We're up in some. I bought all the tools for $243. Anything in 6.5, 7mm, 308. There we go. Well, nope. Okay, now we're back into our original threads. Plenty of oil.
oil is always your friend.
It is. So 5/8 by 24, so that's 24 threads per inch. So we're going to be threading about 18 threads to start with, and then we'll check, see where we're at.
You'll see, yeah, and then we can always.
Then we can start adjusting if we need to make sure we can time the brake correctly. Although we are going to kind of cheat because we're going to use a crush washer for the timing. So as long as I can get within about a half a turn of being timed correctly, we should be good. Okay. That's pretty much it right there. We are bottomed out on the shoulder of the barrel.
That is pretty cool. The only thing I've ever threaded before this was bolts.
Bolt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so now look at that.
Yep. I'm just going to kind of clean it up some. There's our crush washer. Let's see how we did. So we're going to have to go just a hair more to get it. The crush washer, you can usually get a half a turn, but past a half a turn is kind of difficult to get. So we're just going to take a hair more. We're going to turn it just a hair more, and then we'll go back and thread probably a quarter turn.
Okay.
So, but we're close.
All right, well, let's get that done and we'll come back.
Yep. Are we on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've got some rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip, and I'm just degreasing this area at the front of the muzzle on the shoulder. And the reason we're doing that is we're going to put a little color in there so that we don't have a silver band exposed.
So it looks nice. It's copacetic.
It's all for looks. You don't have to if you don't want to. Or if this whole gun was stainless, I wouldn't worry about it. But we've got this silver shoulder, and we're going to take some flat black paint and just cover that shoulder so it looks a little more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, we also before we go much further, we did go like 3 or 4 more times, and now we have this muzzle brake pretty much where we like it.
Yeah, it's timed up pretty good now.
So now we didn't need to show you all the minutia. You kind of got the gist, and now we're gonna do the final touches, and then the torque, right? We're gonna
torque it down and level it. So.
I have to admit, when you said you did muzzle brakes when I first came in here, I'm like, where's your lathe? And then you explained it to me.
So. The problem with these paint pens is the fiber board that they use for the tip always dries out, and you can never get them to use again. So, by the way, all we're using is Birchwood KC Super Black. Nothing fancy. This stuff's readily available at most gun stores, or you can order it online. So we're just kind of dressing up some edges here with that. So. All right, we're going to go with that. Love to smell that fresh paint.
Woo, I was starting to feel good, man.
All right, let me get a wrench to put on this. Yeah. We're going to use some painter's tape on this muzzle brake so that I don't scratch up the surface when we wrench it down. So,
because even though we're men and a lot of women think we're barbarians, we do like our toys to look nice.
Toys have to look good.
Yes.
So,
do you have to use Loctite or anything on that, or
no?
Because of the cross washer.
Because of the cross washer, there'll be ample pressure applied. It's not going to go anywhere. So, and there you pretty much have it. We're just going to check it for level. Looks like we need to go back just a hair. You like that? Looks level to me.
Looks pretty level to me. You want to check to see the guns level and all that stuff, like.
All right. Yeah. Yep.
That's level. That's level.
Yep, we're good.
So would you say that's on the level?
It's all on the level.
Oh, cool.
So, there you have it.
Let's take a look here. So now we'll be shooting. They'll take a lot of the kick out of it.
Oh yeah. This will be a sweetheart to shoot now.
So that was the first video. This is going to be like what? We're going to do mount the scope tonight, or
probably not. I think it's getting late, but this is just the first of several.
Yeah, we're going to do several. This is a multi-project thing.
Yeah.
So hopefully next week we can go try this out on the range.
Plus we got to get you some ammo loaded.
Oh. Some good stuff, not that bad stuff I've been making.
No, I've got you some LePou brass inside to load.
Oh, okay.
And we're going to load it with the RCBS Matchmaster. We'll do powder charges down to within 200ths of a grain.
So you want to do like a whole series on And we're going to build the gun, and then we're going to build the bullet, and then we're going to shoot the bullet.
Yep.
That's what Wendell's going for here. Not to sound skeptical, but we do know a .308 bullet will fit through there, right? So, oh yeah. That's, see there. So it's 3. Yeah. Yeah.
You got plenty of clearance.
Yeah. So if you take a 0.8 out of that, then so
Yep.
that's what, 2/10 of a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's almost 15. Well, 328 minus 308. So you've got it. You get.
I just wanted to explain how that works. Yeah. So the bullet's going to go just barely past it.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yes, it will.
Alrighty, so that's the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoy this. Something me and Wendell are going to be working on. See how you guys like this, and then we're starting out with my rifle, and we'll probably do some more stuff. What did you think, Wendell?
Oh yeah. I'm up. I'm game.
He's game. I asked him if he was interested in filming this, and we're going to go down this and see where it takes us.
Yep.
So, and he has a lot of really interesting ideas, so we're going to go from there.
Yeah.
All right.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. Let Wendell know if you guys like this. Me and Wendell, we can we'll do a lot more. All right. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you want to see more of this, like, subscribe, leave some comments down in the comment area down below, and thanks for watching.